Mainstream advice on entrepreneurship is usually wrong. Hala cuts through the noise, delivers actionable insights you can implement today to get 1% better.
Hey, thanks for joining me again today. How would you love to build a company that generates $500 million in annual revenue? That's exactly what ButcherBox did. ButcherBox is a platform that sells fresh and organic meat directly to the end users, and they do free delivery. They generate $500 million in annual revenue. When you see something like that, you want to replicate it, and the founder was kind enough to share exactly how he did it. I'm going to be sharing those tips with you today. Number one, forget business plans. You will never know what works until you try about 20 things and you're able to pinpoint 2 or 3 things that works perfectly for your business. Dump the business plan and start working. Get to work immediately. Test. Test different things, test a lot of things, test offers, test landing pages, test your website copy, test the color, test where you put in your call to action buttons. Test everything and you'll be able to pinpoint what works. Don't go with business plans. Number 2, it has never been easier to start. Now that's weird to say, but you do not need outside funding to start your company. ButcherBox started with a Kickstarter campaign. If you don't know what Kickstarter is, I would recommend you Google it. They started with a Kickstarter campaign and they put up a simple landing page and started testing different offers on that page. Right? So really simple, you don't need outside funding. Tip number 3, stick with it. Now this one is really a no-brainer, but it would amaze you how many people start stuff and leave it at the slightest challenge that they face. You need to be able to stick with it. Give it about 2 years minimum so you can at least give that idea a fighting chance. Don't start stuff and when you face challenges in the next 2-3 months, you quit and you jump on the next trending thing. That's not a way to build a business that generates $500 million in annual revenue. You need to be able to stick with it and give every idea a fighting chance. 2 years is a good time frame. Tip number 4, pick a growing industry. This one is really simple. Don't swim against the tide. Pick an industry where you have the opportunity to grow and build a business in that industry. Your work environment should encourage growth. Be able to offer raises, bonuses, commissions, right? What ButcherBox did actually is to give every employee a part of the company using equity. And the very last tip, don't be a slave to the business. You should be able to map out exactly where you want your business to be and the financial returns that you expect, then you work backwards. So determine where you want your business to be and then you work backwards. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for joining us today. Did you know if you compound 1,000 revenue daily for 5 years, you'd have over 77 billion as opposed to just 1.8 million? Without compounding? Stay ahead in business by following Hal's Daily Insights.